Salama, children of Israel. My name is Mika Mata. Greetings. You're welcome. So, in today's topic we will talk about rebuild David's fallen tent, its ruins. I will rebuild and I will restore, says Tatanzam Pungutulendo. Now, um, like I told you before, we will come soon to the spiritual things. I will open a lot of spiritual things over here before I go to preach in the Portuguese language, and uh, a lot of commandments, that is from our forefathers that the most people does not practice today and does not know, and why it is important and why it is in secret, and but it is not in secret. People just don't know it. So I will make videos about that. I cannot reveal everything to you because the most things are spiritual. But I will create some pages so that people can contact me, yeah, and they can have revelations, etc., etc. Okay, now let's start. Yeah, this is not so spiritual, but I have prophecies inside of this message, and this message is very very deep. I hope you might understand that, because many people of us does not understand um, what the Most High is saying with these verses and the most things that uh, I say. But I always pray for that people uh, understand these things, because it's not it's easy to understand. Now let's start. Parting and plundering their land, delighting their history, that is what they are after. No, this is the beginning. Okay, here you can see it here. Okay, we will go step by step to everything that is that the Most High revealed me for this day. Now, all wars have one thing in common: to control the world of the Holy Land. It is written, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time. Now, the most things that people does not know, the power of the rulers, of the governing snake is over. Okay, and it is not over from today. It is over from the time we came over to their countries. Okay, because this is most high. This was the Most High's plan. He could not. If you read understand the Shahul, like Paul, if you understood Paul, what he says, how he can save some of us, and if you understand Christ himself, they asked him, will you build the tabernacle of Yah now? He said, no, things must come upon you, and he said very clear, the blood that what I drank, or that what happens to me will happen to you. And this is prophecy, and this has started after African Americans coming over to America, we go into Europe, and etc., etc. This was the point that David's prophecy has fulfilled. That the saints learned who are these people, where do we go, what do they do, who do they practice, what are their commandments. So you will understand that later. Now, There has always been the temptation to attribute the entirety of that civilization's history of themselves. Case in point, when the Europeans discovered the marvels of the ancient Egyptian civilizations, they diligently set about trying to discount the African influence of that great civilization. And once a people group decide to make a civilization theirs, they do go to great lengths to make the archaeological evidence fit their own narrative, a man said. Now, here you can say them sitting here, come over Africa, yeah, they brought here feminism, hunger, poverty, disease, and many, many other things. But all these things uh, does normally not happen. It does not exist. Okay? Now, you must understand this. After this, the Greeks, okay, abroad on count of their languages and went out by colonies everywhere. And each colony took possession of the land which they light upon and unto which Yah led them, so that the whole continent was filled with them, both the inland and the maritime countries. There were some also who passed over the sea in ships, um, and inhabited the islands, and some of those nations do still retain the denominations which were given them by their first founders, but some have lost them also, and some have only admitted certain changes in them, that they might be the more intelligible to the inhabitants. And they were the Greeks who became the authors of such mutations. For when in after ages they grew potent, now they claimed to themselves the glory of antiquity, giving names to the nations that sounded well in Greek, and they might be better understood among themselves, and setting agreeable forms of government over them, as if they were a people derived from themselves. So this you will find it by the book of Flavius, because the most people does not understand what really happened, yeah, to the Holy Land, and we are coming to that. So, and today we'll know what means the tabernacle of David. Now, look at this. If you have any question, I'm here for y'all. You can write it down here, and I will answer. Yeah, I will look to this messenger every 5 minutes. Now, they have just started the Great War. Nothing to stop it till the end of time. Hatred is going to grow bigger and bigger. Now, how? Now, everyone should guess who engineered all viruses, including HIV, to harm the poor the Bible speaks of. Okay? Now, I started from the beginning. I have the Lord told me to teach you that. Here, isn't it enough that you have brought us up out of the land of flowing with milk and honey to kill us in the wilderness? And now you also want to the Most High to lord it over us. Moreover, you haven't brought us into a land of flowing milk and honey. These are the people speaking to Mazah, right? Honey, or giving us an inheritance of fields and vineyards. Do you want to treat these men like slaves? No, we will not come. Then Mazah be very angry and said to the Most High, do not accept their offering. I have not taken so much as a donkey from them, nor have I wronged any of them. Moses said to Korah, you and all your followers are to appear before the Most High tomorrow. And this is that what the most people do not understand. Yeah, that this challenge is coming back. Yeah, this challenge is coming back to us. People from everywhere will say, where do you want to bring us? To this country? To these places? Because the scriptures is saying very clear, he will gather the children of Israel from the four corners of the earth. Okay? And the most stiff-necked people outside there. They do not want to learn that. They do not want to accept it. But the truth about all these things is spiritual. Believe me, it is spiritual. It is not because they do not know Africa is the promised Africa will be the promised land. No, no, no. They know it very clear. No, it's spiritual. They cannot come. They cannot come. This is the truth about everything. Yeah, because they did not repent, and that's why the most videos that I will do now, yeah, before I stop, will be spiritual. I will talk about spirituality only because it is very important. There is nothing more than that. Go away with who is the Hebrew Israelite, etc. La, la, la. If you do not know how to repent, if you do not know how to seek the Most High, like these people did, where you want to bring us? Because Egypt in that time, yeah, was the homeland of the people of children of Israel. It is in Africa. They lived there. The so-called Israelite lived in Egypt. It's their heritage. They come from there. That's why some people say, no, oh, how can that be? The Bantu, they are Egyptians. We lived there. We came from all over Africa. This is our inheritance. The Israelites are Africans. Okay? You cannot take it away from them. You cannot take these customs away. You cannot take these traditions. You cannot take anything away from them. But we are coming to that soon. Now, this is that what they wrote here. I will not go deep into it because it's about we should change history. Yeah. Yeah. I will give this teachings also to a brother, so he will teach you the rest. Yeah. That I cannot teach because of time. So he will teach you all these things here, and you will see what is written in these letters. And I think if you stop the movie, you can read it by yourself, like what kind of practices they have done. Yeah? Okay. All this only to betray us. Also, I will not play the movies, but I will go ahead. Here is now it begun. They said that nothing good could come from us. European Christians made claims to be heirs of Africa. How about now? Now, it's time. Simon has described to us how the Most High first intervened to choose a people from his name from the Gentiles. The words of the prophets are in the agreement with this, as it is written, after this I will return and rebuild David's fallen tent. Its ruins I will rebuild and I will restore it. So the thing is here very clear. It is a prophecy that says that David's tents should be rebuilt. So how can it be that we want to run to a country that calls themselves Israel, and Israel is not even a land or a country or something like that? It's a people, and this people claim it's this country is already rebuilt or is already built. But we are coming to that. What means he will rebuild? And who will rebuild? And what will happen? And this is a fact. No one can take it out of this. That's why they make everything against Africa. I saw last time the video, We Are the World, We Are the Children. This is one of the songs of Michael Jackson. And you can see there was America for Africa. Why they did not put America for India? America for China. Africa is the main point. It's the mother of us all. We cannot go out of it. It's because we came out of it. Because we do not have the connection no more with this earth. Yeah, that's why we are out. Yeah, of the congregation. We are out of the land. This means Judah is out of his inheritance. This means not you're coming from the Middle East. You are out of your normal practices that you was living before you went out of the promised land. Now, look. It says, this is for the Gentiles, that the rest of mankind say, seek the Most High, even all the Gentiles who bear my name, says the Most High who does these things. This is the most people would now say, no, this Gentiles means the Gentiles of Israel. A lie. Everyone who is spiritual knows that the nations, yeah, who will bear his name will make it also into the kingdom. We are living now also in a kingdom. This is the kingdom of the nations. We had 8 nations here that must rule. And they ruled. And we are coming. This is the last nation that will rule. I made a video about that. And I will also now in the spiritual videos, I will also talk again about that a little bit. Okay? It's because that's why I believe on the star of Alva. Okay, now the sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come banding unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet, and they shall call thee the city of the Most High, Zion of the Holy One of Israel. So now it says very clear here, yeah. So we have some people, they will come and bow, they will repent, they will say, whoa, what's going on here? We cannot fight that people. And they will try to become and to entering in Zion and to be one people with the holy seed, you know. They will understand spirituality. They will not be hated. No, because if they hate, the Most High will take them away of this life. Okay? He will show no mercy. This is the time where we go. He will send the Ishmaelites to go all over the world and to do bad things. War is coming over the world. There will be poor everywhere. They will not have water anywhere. They will not have not even food, no meat, nothing of that. But there where we go, we will have all of that. Everything we will take it from the nothing and we'll put it into the earth because we are gods. We will remember who we are. And this is the movie that will show you where the power will come from and why. Now watch carefully, okay? From now on, you may never allow anyone to deceive you, okay? It's important. Now, just imagine how many scientists and researchers labored in vain, like the Ethiopians he is selling. Okay, this is the movie, but I will not show it to you, yeah, because it would take too much time. Now, concluding revelations. We are going now deeper into it, only to show you some revelations and proofs, yeah, that you cannot go out of the promised land. And the promised land is not Asia or whatever they call it Asia, because it's Africa also. Now, it is written, and when Jeremiah came tighter, he found a hollow cave wherein he laid the tabernacle and the ark and the altar of, let me check, excuse me. Okay, Salama, Batu sister, Salama. Now, the tabernacle and the ark and the altar of incense, and so stopped the door. And some of those that followed him come to mark the way, but they could not find it. Which when Jeremiah perceived, he blamed them, saying, As for that place, it shall be unknown until the time that the Most High gather his people again together and receive them to mercy. So it is a secret. Okay? It is a secret. And these people, they come with, we know where you has to go. Come with me to the Middle East and I will show you the truth. Never ever. Never ever, because it was never there. You have here Acacia shittim tree. This is an exclusively African tree from Acacia. Okay? If you go to Numbers 7 and 9 and Deuteronomy 10 and 3, yeah, you will also know more about a typical tradition. But into the sons of Kohath, he gave none, because the service of the sanctuary belonging unto them was that they should bear upon their shoulders. Okay? These are some practices. They also bear kings like that in the ancient times. Okay? Why do I know a lot of things about spirituality? And I grew up in Germany. I came over to Germany I was 2 years old. But no, a lot of people cannot understand why I know so many things about spirituality. It's a gift from my forefathers. Not my mother not my mother know those things. Not my father, no one of them. They cannot understand these things. It's the same thing like you cannot go out of Africa because you like it. You are a part of it. So let's learn. Now, I will only read a few things, okay? The Ark of the Covenant can never be found by any man. Let no man deceive you, okay? Surrounded in mystery until today, it is of the most legendary treasures of the holy people. For centuries, the Ark has fired the imagination of fans, mystic adventurers, okay? Archaeologists and writers. All research on the history was presented. Jesuits and Freemasons themselves or the Templars thought to come near the find, but few were blessed to get into the right track in location the most plausible continent. The concumulated data forward Ethiopia as the true site, and the Western world began redoing to achieve the most rewarding revelations in history of mankind. A number of explorative expeditions have been heavily sponsored and launched to search the whole land of Abyssinia, yeah, but in vain. You see, according to the Ethiopian Orthodox Coptic tradition, the Ark of the Covenant is kept in the Cathedral of Zion, yeah, Mariam, in the kingdom of Aksum in Ethiopia. After it was stolen from Jerusalem by the son of the King Solomon's emperor Menelik. So, and take to Aksum, regarded as the Jerusalem of Ethiopia. Like I told you, okay, you cannot take Africa out of us, okay? Stop dividing people here. Okay, I'm not against the prophets outside there. There are many prophets outside there. And a lot of them have their revelations. And revelations comes not from man. Revelation, this means you getting revealed, but from who? From who? We say from the Most High. But I know, Mike must know, these are from the ancestor or the Bamaleki. The angels. It can be from Gabriel, it can be from Habakkuk, it can be from John, it can be from some one of them. Yeah? But we have, first of all, we have to prove our revelations. We have to prove the guy who received the revelations. We have to see, there are many things. There are many things. Yeah? But the most people say, we're getting revelation from the Most High Spirit. Yeah, it's the truth. But from who? Now, um, you cannot take it out like here. And I made an ark, shittim, Arcadia wood, yeah, and hewed 2 tables of the stone like into the first, and went up into the mount, having 2 tables in my hand. So you see this wood here, African. Okay. now comes the now comes the now they will come. No. Mickey Mouse is a liar. Okay, no problem. Like I told you, many people outside there, and everyone has his revelations. These are the revelations that I get from my father, and I will share it to you with love. Now, animal plantal endemicity distribution give important clues of the Holy Land. Now, it is written, "Havest thou the godly wings unto the peacocks, or wings and feeders into the ostrich?" Now, brothers and sisters, think someone could have a question? No way? Good. European scholars, evolutionists, have deceived many with kerosene but wicked theories that some of the African animals used to originate in Europe or Asia. This include the lion, which have been baptized with L. perfect lexia across their land, leopards, hyena, etc. Will this degree, man, tell us when polar bear left Africa to live in the Arctic zones? Okay? Also notice that there is wide list of animals that the Bible avoid to use as an example to hear audience, the holy people. These are such penguins, sea cows, polar bears, pandas, etc. The reason is simple. These animals are not well familiar with the holy people spoken of in the book. The same applies to Negroes of Africa. Someone needs to connect the dots about such first seeming coincidence. Only the wise should. Now, we have here Zaire. Yeah, it's the same thing. They could not say Nzadi, the water in Beula in Angola, so they called it Zaire, and this Zaire was also later the capital of Congo. You see, these Greeks and Romans, I have videos about that, about a man, he's 120 years old, and he, because it's in Portuguese, so the people of the Portuguese speaking language, they will be they will be shocked. This man is telling the story, exactly the story, how the so-called because you people always talking, we always talking about Romans, but what is with the Catholic Church? What is with them? So these things, what that everything what is written in the scriptures happens to my people, and this man is telling the story without any book, and he knows when the ring bells, they have to go to church and bow down, and whoo, you don't know, but all these things. Do you see those animals? These are our animals. Do you see Zaire in the Bible? Do you see Ghana in the Bible? Do you see Nigeria in the Bible? Do you see all these woods and everything? You cannot take it out of us. And this is the truth. Not Obama could take it out by coming there and saying let's be gay in Africa. There is no Donald Trump, and he knows that. He say, oh, these people will not change. Do you know here's the secret about Judah? Okay? This is the secret. I hope you will never forget that. Look, we have one problem. We are not from this world. Okay? Why? I will explain it to you. Okay? There are many people outside there. They would kill if they can to have money, success, and many other things. But the Most High made us special, so that the most of us, they kill only, because they are very angry. This means the demons came inside of them, or they had any other little problem. But we are not killers. And there are many soldiers. They came from Africa, they came from France, and even from the northern part of Africa. They went to Congo villages and everywhere else in Sudan, etc. They give the foreigners there, they give the people of the inhabitants this land weapons. These people say, what do I do with these weapons? Protect yourself. How can I protect myself? I do not kill. And in a spiritually way, the same thing. Do you know how many people from us was confronted in front of Satan? Europeans took them and said to them, kill your mother, kill your father, kill your son, kill your daughter. And our people could not do. And these people today, because they could not do, they are ending outside there and eating grass. This is and everyone, every nation, brothers and sisters, my eyes, I can see every nation. If we look at you, you want a job, you want anything else, they look at you like this. They know this guy will not make a sacrifice to make our job becoming big. You have to do sacrifices here in this earth, okay? Now, this was one little secret. Let's go. Now, interesting question is, why would the Most High let the exemplary biblical animals and birds to be entirely bound in Africa, lest she ain't the Holy Land? You see, I need a scripture and not what you feel or think to be true. Okay? Okay. Let's go. People must remember that India, when it was still attached to Africa, as the ancient Babylon, from Ethiopia and to India in Esther 1:1, Esther 8:9, intense trade of various commodities, minerals, cultural exchange, animal introduction, and husbandry took place. This happened long before any Caucasian, man ever stepped his foot on the African land. India not only has some cultural trend of Africa, but also she has African people in their animals. That is why many Indians look like Ethiopians, and the latter only natives like Rwandans, these people from Rwanda, or we always talking about Rwanda. If you see Rwanda, this is my friend, my partner. He likes to say things about Rwanda, This means Africa, okay? Now, are ye not as children of Ethiopians unto me? O children of Israel, said the Most High, have not I brought up Israel out of the land of Egypt? You see, and the Philistines from Kaphor and the Syrians from Kir. So all these Kaphor, these Philistines, these Syrians, we are talking about black people. Okay? Do you agree with me? Okay? Now, let's go. Can any dare say such a verse like Amos 9:7 to those wild boys calling themselves Jewish? No way. Let's go. Next. The true Holy Land, where I dwell. I never made a movie about where the Most High lives and why he always say in the mountains. I lift my eye up unto the mountains. Even Christ himself, he lifted his eye up. But I will show you that in the spiritual movies. Again, let's continue. Havest thou the godly wings, unto the peacock, and wings and feeders unto the ostrich? The Most High and his prophets love to use animals and plants for a parable, similitude, or metaphor. Notice that these animals are wisely and purposely picked out. They include sheep, goat, lions, yeah, leopard, peacocks, apes, etc., etc. Okay. You have trees from Arcadia. You have, yeah, the Ark of Covenant. We have written it before. Now, the most high striking pattern for all these plants and animals is that they must be found all together. Okay? Within the same territory, time, and condition. Why? Because they were all known to the people whose the law were given. Beside this, he gave them knowledge and the law of life for an heritage. Read Sirach 17:11. Therefore, study carefully these animals and plants, then you should know why he with his papa tell you that the Holy Land is where you never thought of. Okay? This is that. It's a little racism, it's a little hate inside of that. It's I don't know. It's people are out of the ruach, yeah. Me too. I did not grow up in Africa, but my spirit tell me all these things we are reading here. Where should it be if David and all his people lived in Africa? Solomon, all of them. The Bible does not come out of Africa. We can sit here with every Hebrew Israelite camp. Hey, you cannot lie. Everything that is inside the Ancient Testament, come on, is inside of Africa. You cannot take it out. And if you take it out, yeah, then you be taken out. This giant bird is unique to Africa. Nowhere else in the world has it ever lived. Animals and the birds know who the true seeds of the covenant is. Okay? So, we will continue. There are many other precepts I know. Now, how comes ostriches are uniquely found in Africa, but people run to Asia looking for the Holy Land? Now, let a raisonnable man, and I will be all ears. Let's go. Balsam trees, yeah, blueprints of the Holy Land, Egypt and Ethiopia. Yeah, like I told you, we came out of there. My mother still today, she know songs, music, and this wine here, this palm wines here. Well, brothers and sisters, hey, I will do everything to take you every year to Africa. Okay? Hey, my father promised me something. And these followers that I will have later, we will rebuild this Africa. We will rebuild Bakanda, yo. I tell you, I already do that. I already prepare spiritual play. If you would, you cannot believe what what he's teaching me and what he's doing with this body. With this body here, the Most High is doing everything because power is there. Now, the land called Israel today ain't the biblical Israel, okay? Now, it was customary for the kings to go out after the feast of the tabernacles to some pleasure residence at Jericho, which former 24 kings had made, and there are many gardens adjoining each other, in which were wide and deep fish ponds, to which they had conduced streams of water, and had extruded fair buildings in those gardens. They also had built in Jericho fair places and handsome edifices. Now, it says, now the author of the book relates that balsam trees grew uh, grew abundantly in Jericho, right? And that they were found nowhere else but there. And that many kings had carried them hence into their own country, but none grew except those. Okay? We have to go precept upon precept. Now, read, which were carried into Egypt, and that they did fail in Jericho until after destruction of the second house. But then they withered away and never sprout forth again. When I go to, this was the 5th Maccabees 55:23 to 26, okay? When ye go, ye shall come unto a people secure in a large land, yeah? For Yah had given it into your hands, a place where there is no want of anything that is in the earth. This is Judge 18 and 10. So you have these balsam trees. And brothers and sisters, I have a library of books of my ancestors here, how you can heal. The only problem is, the most of them are in hard Kikongo because my ancestors did not translate it. Brothers and sisters, if the Europeans would have this book, they would burn it up because in this book you can heal everything. And because I have not the biggest team, yeah, because I am almost alone now at this moment, but the Most High really give me the team, then we will do everything that we will show the people all this healing stuff that is inside there. There are many type of healings that goes around Africa. That's why you saw in the Black Panther movie they could heal this white guy. Okay, it's normal. We are healers because of the spirit of Yah. The spirit of Yah, yeah, comes upon us, yeah, and he said very clear, take this and this and this and put it together. Then you heal. Hey, how can it be that white people be healed here in Germany? But there, I saw a movie yesterday, yeah, Shikari, right? And it was hard to see. The brothers are preaching. In the front of the brothers, there was another brother. I think he drugged so much. He was so drugged. Why do you not help that guy? Hey, believe me, I am not God or something like. You can help that guy. Take him to one place, really. Take the hairs out of him. Yeah? Wash him. And if he will be rebellious or something like that, put some chains to him. Yeah? Then you start the rituals that is inside the scriptures. Brothers and sisters, that guy, he will come out like the new Will Smith. And he will thank you forever for that what you have done. But we are not there. The Israelites, Christ is black. We know that. We know that. And Christ is an African. Okay? He's not black. He's an African. Okay? We are not black. We are brown. Okay? Now, one of the ancient famous Jewish writers, aka Josephus Flavius, yeah, made mention of the special trees, balsam trees, where he stated that they were introduced into Judea by the Queen of Sheba, Ethiopia, not in Asia, okay, who represented them to King Solomon. Many other heathen authors such as Diodorus Siculus, thought to be from Arabia of the Nabatea, but it can't be supported by any observation. Now here, so when this queen of Ethiopia had obtained what we have already given an account of, and had again communicated to the king what she brought with her, she returned to her own kingdom. Now, next, because I say if you would know what the animals say, you will see that the animals are even smarter than a lot of our people or a lot of the Gentile nations outside there, because this is sealed. It is spiritual. The Most High is saying it everywhere where the promised land is. He's making it so the own people from the promised land, they do not believe it. The scholars, you have you have politicians, you have priests, you have the whole world do not want to believe that. I have started this teaching now so many years. I preach this teaching 7 years now and more. Okay? Okay, I started preaching this teaching with 25 years. Well, 24 and a half. Okay? I started to preach these things. And a great guy came to me. Nkuzi. Okay? And that guy, we sit down every day and make up these photos that you see here. These photos are so old. That's why I know a lot of things, yeah, about our ancient world. But I wanted more than that. I wanted more because my gift was I had a good gift, because the Most High always was telling me about, you can see, so use it. And then I started also all these spirituality things inside the scripture. I went all over our countries asking people. I have videos about that. Asking people and go to these high class leaders. I am connected with high class leaders because of Mika Massa. African Americans are going to Angola and Congo. Because of Mika Massa, Africans are going back to their countries. Believe it or not, I have proofs. I have proofs. The Ruach came there and we talked. I went to places. No one goes to these places. Only these people that live there. And they say, how did you come here? I was in front of so-called pastor or prophets. They say, man, how did you pass my gorillas? Huh? My security. I say, I'm here. Now let's talk. You see, you can do all these things. Yeah? Because you can do it if you are fearless. If this is your mission. Okay? Now, the Queen of Sheba, Queen of Ethiopia, y'all. Come on, you cannot take it out of the Bible. You cannot take it out of the Bible. You cannot say that the people that they call themselves Jewish today, they was living with some Hamites together. No way. You can go up to Somalia, to Kenya, and everywhere there, Sudan. You can find those histories in the proper form outside of the Bible. And you will see that we had Greeks down there in the Sudan. We had, everyone knows the story of Hannibal and the war. We had the Romans over there. Babylon was over there in Africa. Babylon is in Africa. Cush is Ethiopia. Cush is the son of Cushi. Cush, Nimrod. Nimrod, everyone knows Nimrod. Ham, okay, Canaan. Do you want to make them white now? So everyone is a Hamite, but now if it comes to Canaan, there has to be white. There has to look like Arabic people. No way, come on. Now, let's go to one other thing that will be very hard to understand. So where are the trees of Lebanon? No sound? Okay, here's someone saying I have no sound. Let me check. No, I have a sound. Okay, let's go. The trees of Lebanon is there where I have there what we have speaking the trees of Lebanon. Okay, it's not easy. It's not an easy question, because I tell you, I cannot preach everything. I cannot tell you everything. I can only tell you the things that I get revealed. Yeah, if maybe I have something that is not right, I will accept. I do not know everything. Only my revelation. So I think the trees of Lebanon are also in Africa. Now, Bantu architecture. Similar, yeah, to the Semite architecture. But if someone asks something in the scripture and you might not know that, yeah, the Ruach have to tell you and give you the answer where these things is. And I will tell you something. Everything here is in Google Docs. I prepare it by myself. But look at now. I will tell you another secret. The Ruach knows everything. The Ruach knows everything. The time is up to come that you will have no question that will be not answered. I tell you. Because the Ruach speaks. How can I make you that to understand? At this moment, I cannot tell you everything about my life. But there will come a time that this body here will not teach no more like he's teaching now. Okay? Because this teaching here is a teaching with the Ruach, but I am not full out of my human body. This means I am not out of this world. But if the Ruach comes upon me, like it was on Christ, yeah, like he was full of Ruach, everything what he was saying did not come from this world. And not the half of package or more than a half, but the full package. Yeah? And with this with this cloth of spirit, we will fight the world. Yeah? Because many people does not understand what this means, that the Ruach comes upon your body. I have many verses and I will explain that so that you can answer everything. Because it's not you answering these things, yeah, but the Most High, yeah, the Most High himself. And this will be our power. And it is already there. It is inside everyone who really confess and believe in the Most High. Now, Bantu architecture. As you can see here, this is a photo from the so-called Bangos, yeah? And this is Angola, okay? Bantu architecture similar to the Semite architecture in Mesopotamia, biblical lands, Mari, modern Tel Hari, an ancient Semitic city in Syria, and chief palace Congo, Angola. Note the labyrinth-shaped reminiscent spirals of snail, Congo, Angola, symbol of the origin of the world. Now you have here the archives, yeah, so that you can see where I have it from. Now, Labyrinth City, 14th century map of Jericho, okay, chief place Congo and Angola. Look, it looks totally the same. Note the labyrinth shapes reminiscent spirals of snail, like in Congo, symbol of the origin of the world. You see? Exactly like this, they have built up their cities. Now, why I show you these things? Let's go. The labyrinth of Jericho, walls of Congo labyrinth, Angola main place architecture. The labyrinth in the form of spiral remnants of snail architecture Congo Angola, it really is a symbol of the origin of the world. Note that we can resemble the architecture with the famous ancient walls of the biblical city in Jericho. Okay? Now, there is all this history about the ancient cities in Jericho. Okay, we will not read that. Okay, because this is our Bible studies. Yeah, I took it from the Bible studies source. Now, then you will note something. Look at this now. This is us. This is the revelation the Most High showed me, and this is that. What Mikel Massa is doing. Exactly that. I know the place, and I know not everything how, but that's what the Most High revealed me about America and everything, and how these things can happen. So we need politics, we need science, we need our so-called spirituality, or they call it religion. All the customs. This is the tabernacle. The tabernacle is including everything that you've seen here. And this photo here is true. This is that what the Europeans met in the Congo, in the Zimbabwe, in the Asian parts of Southern Africa. But especially, in the Congo Kingdom. They meet it even in Ghana. But not exactly this tabernacle here. This tabernacle here, how you can see the walls, and in the mid you will find the king over there in the hills. He's living there in the mountains. Brothers and sisters, this is something that is so secret, not even me do know everything about that. I did get this vision in the 2016. In the 2016, the Most High showed me this vision, and I went to this place and I saw it, and he told me here and there and that. You don't know. It's crazy for a young man like me to I cannot understand all these things, really. If we would be more, it would be better. Yeah, so I'm crying, that someone has to unite us in this truth, not in the truth of some camps. In this truth, I want some people out there, and not in the truth of some Christian backgrounds. No, we need this truth, King Kuluyeto. King Kuluyeto beneath the things from our past. Okay, you see, that's why I make this video, to show you this the tabernacle of the Rontoform from the Levites. If you see this, and if you see the Asian Congo, there is no difference. There is no difference. You see? In the north, Naphtali, Asher, Dan. You see them? East. You have them all here. Okay? Brothers and sisters, this is a revelation. And I will give all this material to someone so that he can try, and he will, I know, teach you that again. Zimbabwe, the same thing. Okay? The same thing. This is architecture. This is the truth. You will not find this truth in the Middle East. This is our secret, who we are. Okay? So, next, we have our women's covering up their heads. Did you see Go over to the Middle East today. Do you see some women covering their heads up? Huh? No, no, really. I am not against anyone, but do you see those practices? Do you want to say that? Do you want to say that Mary or all the other prophetess in the scriptures, they run over with pants and not covering their heads with earrings? I will come to that soon to explain why the Ruach will never accept this. It's easy. Now, let's go. Why I put here some women's inside of here? Yeah? I think in the later time they look like this. Okay? This should not scare you up and starting saying Hamites, Hamites. No, no, no. We look like this. Now, listen. I put you some women's here. And they are warriors. Do you know that our women's are warriors? Do you know that our women's, they did many things and they ruled over kingdoms? But today, you will find them only dancing around like Rihanna and in clubs, looking for mans, and etc. etc. Now, I have prepared something also, because this is another thing that you can not find it in this so-called Middle East today. Polygamy, bigamy. In the Bible was Lamech. In Genesis 4:19, Lamech took 2 women. Various important men in the Old Testament were polygamists. Abraham, James, David, Solomon, and others are called in the 1 Kings 11:3. Let's go to Solomon. Hey, do you want to tell me? Now, really, I am not against someone. Do you want to tell me that these people here had so many women with which power? Do they have this power? No way. We can sit here and really, I like to prove the things directly. Let's take Donald Trump and let's take Barack Obama. Let's put some women over there and let's look how he can handle and who will handle who and how much and how many. No, I'm really like this. These people have no power. It's not up to them. It's not given to them. No, because this has a spiritual aspect. Yeah, I do not know if I will come to that to make you understand why people was becoming so much older in the ancient times, and now people do not make it not even 50 years and they die. It's crazy. If you know this secret, yeah, you will think what's going on here. So I will not go against some people from other nations, but I will make you understand, yeah, that even we had a lot of our forefathers had more than one woman. This came, yeah, later with Christianity. We changed. Okay. Now, you have here, yeah, some instruments that we use today. Other nations using that too, and what this nation would say, it comes from our forefathers. Warrior, women's. What does look more real? This or this? Huh? Hey, do you watch UFC? Do you watch boxing? Do you watch football? Did you see the beautifulest woman on earth right now? What color they have? Where they come from? You see? Hey, the Most High is hard to understand. sounds keep cutting off. What's going on here? Now, you have here the Jesus from the Jehovah Witness. Huh? Hey, brothers and sisters, you will not find people wearing clothes like this in all of Europe. But this is our normal dressing. Our normal dressing. Okay? This is the normal dressing of Angola. Come on. Everywhere in Africa they dress like this. Here, remember also the lamentation of the of Jeremiah reading the skin color of the people of Israel today, at burnt and dark. Yeah. So even the scriptures said it very clear. You will not find this kind of customs and colors in the Middle East. Now, here, the richest continent has the poorest people. Everyone knows this Bible verse, Revelation 2 and 9. It talks about rich people that are not rich at this moment. They are totally poor. So, who is that people? And what is the richest continent? And who are the poorest people? Revelation 2 and 9. The Israelites. But see, we are slaves today. This is Nehemiah, right? In the land you gave our ancestors, so they could eat its fruit and the other good things it produces. Really, this is a Bible verse, right? Here. And if you continue 37, it says, still today, still in this time, they are slaves in this land that the Most High gave to their ancestors. The Chinese cannot say that. The Japanese cannot say that. The Indians are not slaves in their own land. Okay? The Europeans are free, all of them. The South Americans, they are not slaves in their own land. But we there, down there, yeah, we will be ruled by Gentiles. Africa is the most agreeable land in the world according to the black Hebrew prophets. Jeremiah 3:19. I thought to myself, oh, what a joy it would be for me to treat you like a son. What a joy it would be for me to give you pleasant land, the most beautiful piece of property there is in all the world. You see that? Jeremiah 3:19. I thought to myself. So it's the same. Here. I wanted nothing more to give you this beautiful land, the finest possession in the world. It's America. No way. Stay in America if you want to die. Isaiah 2 and 7. Their land is full of silver and gold. There is no end of their treasures. What kind of land is this? Full of silver and gold and endless treasures. Is not Africa the land that owns 60% of the world's wealth? The beautiful and huge land which has the most majestic animals in the world. Is not Africa the most coveted land among the nations of the world because of its riches? Would not this earth be Africa according to the prophets Isaiah 18 and 7, Zephaniah 3 and 10, 11 and 20, Isaiah 43 and 3. Well, it is about Africa the prophet Daniel and Zephaniah talked about. Okay? Now, here, you have here, for the Lord, so the Most High, your Yah, the Holy One of Israel, your Savior. I give Egypt for your ransom, Cush and Seba, Central and South Africa region. Okay? In your stead, and for because thou hast been precious in my sight, honorable, and I have loved thee greatly. I will give man for thee, and the people for thy life. Do you see, brothers and sisters? And next, I'm not finished yet. Okay. Miriam, white as snow. I'm really sorry for if you do not hear that. I'm really sorry. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe I say some things that people might not know. I don't know. I don't know. But I go ahead. Now, Numbers 12, Miriam white as snow. And Miriam, yeah, become white as snow. Okay? Brothers and sisters, come on. Come on. Yeah? What means that? I will not talk too much. I have prepared it down here. Without wanting to offend or discriminate against someone, Adadam, we also call it Ndundu. Ndundu. Ndundum. Dundum. It's like you say two words. It's like you put two words together. Okay. The meaning of the word will not it be very red. But look, where two words repeated in Bantu Kimbundu language means extremely great. In Kimbundu there is no expression for too much. Yeah, simply the word much. Yeah, so when someone wants to say a lot, he will automatically squeeze the word a lot twice. A lot. Ndundu. Gaku zolo kiavulu mwene. Okay, I love you so much, or I'm really loving you. It is the most powerful expression used in Kimbundu to express directly I love you so much. Kia mbote bote. Very well. Kia vulu. Very much. Kio nene. Very big. Kio fele. Very small. Ualani kitadi. Kia vulu. Do you have too much money? Now, and as the French writer A. Poget said his book Luango Story Kakongo and Goyo, there are to be remarked in the language of the Negroes many turn phrases which are pertinent to be Hebrew. So, when I read the name of the character of the biblical story, Esau, Edom, Adadam, so these people say it like this, Dundum, in the Kikongo. In Hebrew, two words repeated. This first interpretation that comes to me is very red, as in the Bantu, Hebrew, Kimbundu, Angola language. Now, Isaiah 60, 10 and 12. This is the prophecy for this, everything we have written. Foreigners will rebuild your walls, and their kings will serve you. Thou in anger I struck you, in favor I will show you compassion. Your gates will always stand open, they will never be shut day or night, so that people may bring you the wealth of the nations, the kings led in triumphal procession. So the kings will do what? Okay. For the nation or the kingdom that will not serve you will perish. it will be utterly ruined. Thank you very much, brothers and sisters. If you have some questions to these teachings here, yeah, ask me. Yeah, I know it was very deep again, and I have some more movies for you, and I am always here for you if you have some questions. Yeah, because we will go to spirituals, to the spiritual. We will learn a little bit more about spirituality. Maybe I can maybe I can help some of you people, and you can do the same things outside there. You can try. The best thing what you can do is try. You know, the disciples of Christ, that came over him and said, hey, master, we are taking out demons, and we do all these things. You know, my little sister, I have a little sister, and she also, she say, how can I do all these things? And I say, you have to believe. You have to believe. You have the Bible verses over there. Yeah. You have the practice. So believe in it. You are Israel. The Father lives in you. You represent Israel day and night. You go outside there. Everyone who sees you knows you are a God. You are the Most High's children, man. You have to believe that. You have to believe that. It's not like our people in Africa believe they are not the Most High children that give it to other nations. That's why we are suffering. The people in Africa do not believe in their self. That's why I go always there and have a bigger fights than even in Europe. How can one man change the world? You people have to wake up. You have to change everything by yourself. The Most High give it to you already. He gave you power. He gave you everything, knowledge. You are here in Europe. You do not live by thirsty. You have something to eat. You have everything there. So now you're looking for stress, fighting with your brothers, taking women's everywhere like you want, buying cars. But you do not understand that the world is going to end. Everything is going back to Africa. And if you do not understand spirituality, that spirituality is over the physical form. This means everything that you see here in the physical form is going to an end. The kingdoms, like we have written here in the beginning, okay, of all this that we have written today, everything is going to end. Daniel wrote it very clear. He say their power is going to end. Do you understand me? They have no power no more. France, Germany, we have England. Their power is, they have no power. Their time is gone. They have nothing no more. You see, and you have to repent. Really, you have power. Hey, do you know how many years I cry out that the Most High sent me some people like me? Please, hey, watch carefully the next videos and really try everything that I will show you on these videos. You can do that. It's for you. It's a gift. And it's for free. It's for free. You can really, you can gather all nations. If you know all these practices that I will show you in some movies that will come now, you can bring all nations together. The Most High is not against any nation. He created all these nations. And also, they also will have the light. Salam, brothers and sisters. My name is Mika Masa. Greetings, and I will see you soon.